Okay, we're back. I decided to start playing the episode before I started talking this episode. So let's see if this particular method works well. I guess I'm still working my way around Let's Playing and using YouTube properly. So we just got paid a huge sum of money for the last mask and the Happy Mask trading sequence. This money is very useful. I think it only comes a few times in the game when you need money, and you usually need a lot of it, like when you do a really frustrating mini game, or when you need to buy an item that you would rather get earlier in the game than having to slug through a mini dungeon for, like the blue fire. Like, we definitely do that, just so we can tackle the dungeons in a nice sequence. And I think there is a way of tackling dungeons in a different sequence, which is probably what I should have done with this Let's Play. Like, I tackled the dungeons in the traditional sequence, but I think that's okay. I think that's alright. You might notice it's getting very moody around Hyrule Castle Keep at the moment. It's very, very atmospheric. Just wonder exactly what's going to happen. This does not look good. Oh, lightning. No, this is awful. Everything's gone to hell in a handbasket. This does not look good in the slightest. So much tension. It feels like this happens a lot. Like the castle keep comes down, the drawbridge comes down, and we wait for something to come out. Well, almost got hit by a horse. Probably should have ducked out of the way sooner. To find out what that special item is. So we have no shield. We went into this with no shield. We faced the boss of the game completely ill-equipped. Kind of staring off into the distance. He looks at us. Linkle certainly has guts. What a one gutsy person. And I don't think this is a particularly powerful spell, just enough to knock you off your feet. Although it seems like a lot of waiting for such a small amount of force. And the weirdly shaped head from this angle looks a little bit like a potato. That is pretty freaky though. Like a guy that can like cause it to rain and make the sky go dark because he's so evil. They should have chosen a more moody expression. Right, the first thing that we have to do now is basically check out what landed in the Hyrule Castle moat. Or the Hyrule Town moat. Like this time we do, when we dive we get it the first time. Right, this replaces our Fairy Ocarina. So we don't need the Fairy Ocarina anymore. We get to play... Oh no! Do we play the Ocarina of Time when we were a kid? I know we do when we were adult, but I'm not sure if it replaces the... Actually, not sure if it replaces the Fairy Ocarina now. Alright, we're now talking kind of telepathically to Zelda. She either recorded a message or we're linked magically to her mind somehow. I know Koji Kondo had a lot of trouble writing songs with such few notes, and such few range of notes as well. But he did it, and the songs sound really good. So if the N64 was a musical instrument, I'm pretty sure Koji Kondo has mastered it. The master of the N64 controller is an Ocarina. Now you'd think we had to do that straight away, but we're not going to. We've got a few more housekeeping things that we have to do before we can head to the Temple of Time. So I think we'll head to the Temple of Time next episode, or it might be this episode. I'm not sure. I didn't scrub through this one carefully. So we got to head to the Happy Mask shop first to pay back our debts. So we'll head there now. Luckily we have the money this time, as opposed to the time that we didn't have the money and we made him very angry. I think this is the only mask that we're going to need from him from now on. Oh, and I know what we do. We actually head back to the Kokiri Forest to get our last upgrade from the kind of caucus of Deku Scrubs. The meaning of life. That guy's deep. So I'll show you guys the rest of these masks. They look pretty interesting. So I think if you wear these masks, people actually confuse you for that race of people. Although I'm not sure. So I think we'll cut directly to the Kokiri Forest. We came from the Kokiri Forest from the Goron City. So we're just gonna head through these trunks. And we come to this area again, basically. And I think, do we plant a bean here? Hopefully we do plant a bean here. Otherwise I've completely forgotten what to do. So we gotta put this mask on. It's a pretty freaky mask. So we gotta head down into this hole again. This will be the third time that we've been down here. It's quite a productive place to go. Let's put the freaky mask on. I think when you talk to a gossip stone with this mask on, it tells you a little hint. It tells you a kind of secret about the game. Sometimes they just tell you, like, they just talk smack to you. Like, oh, I'm so bored, my balls are itchy. Horrible face. These guys have a strange taste. They thought the skull mask was good looking. Alright, we got the final Deku Nut upgrade. Now we can carry 40, and I think that's pretty useful. Because in a few dungeons we're going to need to stun things and take care of bosses with Deku Nuts. Right, I think we'll end the episode here. This is basically it. So as we transport up into the next area, the episode will end. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. And I think we're getting very close to being an adult. We might even be an adult next episode. So make sure you tune in. Alright, see you guys then.